even heading into this past weekend that was rainy across much of the state, word on the street was, what's going on with all these wet weekends? Indeed, as I thought back on recent weeks, it sure seemed like most of the dry, sunny days were confined to the work week, while Saturdays and Sundays were generally on the cloudy and rainy side. So what does the data say? Well, I looked at the daily rainfall values from 9 of the state's primary observing sites, and for each day from Monday, March 4th to Sunday, May 5th, added up the total liquid precipitation from the 9 stations. That's 9 full weeks, starting right around the beginning of meteorological spring. And here's those daily totals. The rainiest days of the 9-week period were Tuesday and Wednesday, April 2nd and 3rd, with more than 10 inches each day summed across the 9 sites. The next 2 rainiest days with more than 8 inches total were Saturdays, March 9th and March 23rd. The other 2 days that stand out with more than 5 inches were Thursday and Friday, April 11th and 12th. So with that background, I grouped the precipitation by day of the week, and here's the result. Saturday has been the big winner if you like rain. About 24 inches has fallen on the last 9 Saturdays at the 9 locations, with Tuesday and Wednesday neck and neck for second place, though the Tuesday total is dominated by that one Tuesday in early April. The Sunday-Monday period comes across as mainly dry. Now, another way to look at the data is to look past how much it rained and simply ask, what's been the probability on each day of the week of getting at least some rain, averaged across the 9 stations? And here's those numbers. Saturday really does stand out at 85%, with Wednesday at 70%, while on the other extreme, Mondays check in at only 37%. Now let's tease a little more out of the data by checking if there's any geographical variation in the pattern. So here's that probability chart, but only for Erie, Pittsburgh, and Johnstown, representing the western part of the state. Saturday is still the day when precipitation has been most likely, but it doesn't stick out as much. Tuesday is now the second maximum, not Wednesday, and Monday isn't as noticeable as the driest day. And now here's that chart for Wilkes-Barre, Allentown, and Philadelphia, representing the eastern part of the state. Again, Saturday dominates as the day with the highest probability as a rainy day, with Wednesday a clear second. So there has been some difference from west to east across the state in how the last few months have played out, with the Wednesday-Saturday combination more dominant in the east. Meteorologically, these patterns do make some sense. The weather never exactly repeats itself, but it does tend to rhyme. On average, storms in the mid-latitudes come by every 3 to 4 days, and when the atmosphere gets in such a regular rhythm, some days of the week will tend to be favored. And right now, storms do tend to be favoring Saturday. Will that trend continue this weekend? The extended forecast will tell us next.